Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this SODPE 6-pack bike accessories kit. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So let's get this open. So here we have bike lock. This is a bike bag with phone holder. Looks like everything else is in it. We have a tail light. We have a water bottle holder with a headlight and a bell. I think the bell was in this bag. So let's take a look at these components. I'll get everything unpackaged first. Okay, let's start off with the water bottle holder. So this is a plastic water bottle cage. It does come with screws and a hex key. So this is meant to screw in the water bottle holds on a frame. So if you have a really old bike that didn't have them, this won't work, but this should work with most bikes. And most bikes should come with the bolts, but it does come with extras if you need them. So I'm going to go over all these on my workbench here, and then I'll show them on the bicycle, but I wanted to show them in detail where I have my bright light and such. Next we have a bell. So it has a screw here. This clamps onto your handlebar. So I do a lot of trail riding. It's nice when you're about to pass someone on the trail, give them a little bit of a ring so they know you're coming up behind them. Next we have a bike lock. So it has instructions here on setting the code. It says open the lock with default 0000. So there's a line here. We'll go to 0000. We'll pull that apart. It says turn the knob 90 degrees clockwise, default position. Dial the digits to set a new code. After finishing, turn the knob back. So here's the knob. I'll turn this 90 degrees. I'll set the code. So 01234, I'll turn it back, put that in, and I'll mix it up. It's secure now. There we go. I'm going to set this back to zeros so I don't forget later, even though I recorded this. So this says chain inside of the plastic here. Here's one chain link right there. Let's see if I can show. That's how wide the chain is. So it's a pretty beefy chain. Let me get a length on the chain too. So the length's around 32 inches. Now if you follow any lock picking or lock sport, you know that this is probably easy to bypass. That's the case with many bike locks, so you'll have to use your own judgment when you're using this. I would typically use a bike lock like this when I'm biking on the trails and there's a rest area. If I'm alone, I'll chain my bike to something while I use the restroom, so I'm not leaving it alone for a long amount of time. And I think a bike lock like this would fit the bill for what I need a bike lock for. Next we have a tail light. So here's something I like to see here is it has USB charging on it. So it has a battery in it. So I'll press this to turn it on. Press it again, we have that mode. It's a flicker mode. Lots of different modes here. So that'll give you very high visibility. So let's see how I take this off. Looks like I press in here. Okay. So you can mount this in many different orientations. So this would typically go on the back of your bike seat. If we want to charge it, we can open the side port here. Oh, that's in there tight. That's good though. And we can plug in the micro USB and we can charge that with the USB charger. So I'll plug that in and I'll get that charging so we can test it later. And then finally we have a headlight. Looks like it has a solar panel on it. So I'm guessing it could take a long time for the solar to charge it. So I would definitely charge this up before you take it out, but that will help maintain the charge. Or if you don't use the headlight very often, just riding on occasion will keep that charged up. So here's the mount. Let's see how this mounts on here. It looks like it slides in like so. And this mounts on the handlebar here. So the charge port is in the back. Oh, this is the, oh, that's an alarm. Okay. So if you have an emergency, you can press this button. Where's that coming out? Wow. So that's nice. Then let's turn the light on. So here's the light. So it has some different modes, bright, dim, and flash. So I'll get this charging too. And lastly, we have a bag here. So this has a phone holder. Pull that out and we can put a phone in there like so. There we have it. So let's see how does this orient. So you want your home button or the bottom to be by the hinged area, and it has zippers on both sides here, so you have quite a bit of room in here to put your stuff. There's a side pocket here and here. This will go around your stem like so, and these will go around your top tube. Let's see if the phone works in here. So it does look like I can use the phone inside of the pouch. I do have a little thread under that. I'll have to get rid of that. So I'm going to let these charge up. I'll get this stuff installed on my bike and we'll check it out on the bike. This bag also has a port here to run your headphones out. Okay, so I have the accessories connected up on my bicycle here. Let's start on the handlebar. So here I have the headlamp. It went on easily using the rubber strap. And then the alarm button I put over here. So if I'm riding, I can easily reach over and press that. I can also press the bell. And of course the light's within easy access. I would have to take my hand off the handlebar, but usually you just turn that on and leave it on. I mounted the bag here. One nice thing about this is that the lock fit right inside of the bag. So you could also put other things in here like a toolkit, and you can put your phone in here. Now this looks like it could slide around a little bit. The tubes on this specific bike are pretty flat. I think this would work better with a little bit more of a round bar there. Then on the back here we have that light. And that fit on the same way with that rubber strap, fit on there real nice. And here we have the water bottle cage. Now this is a little bit tight here. So when you put your bottle in, you need to kind of push it in there, but it also holds very secure. So I did a runtime test on the headlight. I ran it on high and I got 3 hours and 22 minutes. For the tail light, I got 3 hours and 5 minutes. That's on the high mode. Now if you turn these on the lower modes, you're going to get longer runtime. Specifically on this back one, if you turn it on the flicker mode, you're going to get a longer runtime. I like that they're pretty well matched though, so you get a little bit over 3 hours for both. And that's more than I'll be riding at night. Now, if it's even just somewhat dark out, it's not a bad idea to turn that rear light on, that flicker mode, so then cars can see you. You may not need the headlight to see, but it's nice if cars can see you from behind. Okay, so it's starting to get dark out, so I'll test out the light here. So here you can see it on the front of the bike. Let me go to widescreen. So on camera, it almost looks like yellow just spot, but in person, it's a much wider swath of light. So I have it angled down just slightly, and I actually like where that's at. Here's the rear light. Here I'm standing about 20 feet away from my garage door, and I'll shine the light up on it. So this is around 50 foot away, and I'll move the light up on the garage door. You can see it there. So here I have the tail light. I'm going to go back about 50 feet. So you can see the tail light there. So now I'm going to use one of the flashing modes. Let's go with that one. So from 50 foot away, that's very visible. I don't know if the camera shows it as well as it does in person, but that really catches your eye. So that's the SODPE 6-piece bike accessory kit. I think this could be a great kit for someone getting into bicycling. So I put these all on my bikes just to demonstrate and to test them out, but I'll probably move some of these to other family members' bikes. Probably my favorite part of this is the headlight and tail light. I like that they're very small, but very bright and have good runtime on them. I also like this basic bell. I ride on trails. A lot of people will be running with earbuds and such on the trail, and I like to give them a little signal when I'm about to pass them. And a bell is a nice friendly way to do that. And then of course we have the bag with the lock and the water bottle cage. So even if you don't use every single piece in this kit, I think it could be a good deal. Like oftentimes I'm riding with someone else, so I won't carry a bike lock with me, because if we have to stop at a rest stop or something, we'll just take turns and watch the bikes. And if I'm not riding at night, I can take the lights off easily. And if I want to ride, I can easily throw them back on. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. And until next time, goodbye.